Hi everyone, today we're going to learn about line plots. It is lesson 12.5 and the question asks, how can you make and interpret a line plot with fractional data? All right, we've done fractions this year, so we're going to take some of those fractions and we're going to put them on line plots. Let's get started. Let me pull out the question. The question says, sorry, I tried to cover this up because I did a little bit of work already on this page for us. The question says, the data shows the length of the buttons in Jen's collection. For an art project, she wants to know how many buttons are longer than 1/4 inch. Or you can say 1/4, 1/4 or 1/4 inch. You can use a line plot to solve the problem. All right, so we're going to start here. First, this is why I already did some work for us. I'm going to erase step 1. See how good this works. All right. Little lower, little lower. Whoops. All right. First, order the data on the problem tab from least to greatest. So we're going to order it. So that's what I already did first. We're looking over here. Here's the length of her buttons. So she has a 1/4, she has a 3/4, a 1/4, a 4/4, a 1/4, and a 4/4. What is the least amount? Because it says from least to greatest. So if you said 1/4, you're correct, and we're going to put all the 1/4 first. Then we're going to put the 3/4, that would be the next, and 4/4 is a whole inch. 1 whole, right? So we're going to put that next. Then we're going to go to our tally table, and we're going to tally how many 1/4 there are. There were 3. 3 1/4. How many 3/4 are there? There aren't, just 1. So, and how many 4/4? If you said 2, you are correct. So next, we're going to do step 2. Step 2 says label the fraction lengths on the number line below from the least value of the data to the greatest. All right. So here's the values, and here is our number line. And here is, I labeled the number line too. You want to tell people what the number line is. So it is the length of buttons in Jen's collection in inches. Because, you know, it could be in centimeters, it could be in miles, in gallons. Buttons would never be, if it's a length, it wouldn't be gallons, but just think about it. You just need to always put what you're using, what measurement you're using. Okay, do we have any 1/4? Do we have any there? Any buttons that are 1/4? If you said yes, you are correct. We have 3. Next, do we have any 2/4? If you said no, you are correct. But we just made sure we labeled that one because we want an accurate thing. We want it separated spaces. So we want to make sure we have our 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. We want to make sure our spaces are spaced correctly. And without that one, our spaces wouldn't be correct. 3/4. Do we have any 3/4? Yes, we do. We have 1. And 4/4. Do we have any 4/4? If you said yes, you are correct. Nice job. So, 2 things we've done. We've ordered them from least to greatest. We filled out our tally table, and then we put it on our line plot. All right, let's see what step 3 has. Oh, we already put an X for each one. I was a little bit ahead myself, and then we did the title. All right, so the question down here says, so blank buttons are longer than 1/4 or 1/4 inch. Blank buttons are longer than 1/4 or 1/4, however you would like to say it, both ways are correct, inch. How many buttons are longer than? We have 3 that are 1/4, but is that longer than 1/4? No, longer than 1/4 means it's longer, so it's bigger, greater than 1/4. So that would be 3/4 is longer and 4/4 is longer. So that would be 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 buttons that are longer. Remember, she wanted, for an art project, she wanted to know how many, we should have underlined this, sorry. She wanted to know how many buttons are longer than 1/4 inch. So to answer her question, there are 3 buttons that are longer than 1/4 inch. So let's go back to see if we can answer the question. How can you make and interpret line plot with fractional data? Oops, wrong button. So this was our line plot right here. We made it. We put all our data on it. We got our data from here. We put it in a tally table. We ordered it. We made our line plot. We labeled our line plot. And then we could interpret the data by saying that 1/4 inch buttons, there's 3 of those, but the ones that are greater, there is 1, 2, 3 buttons that are greater. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye, everyone.